Γεια σας, καλημέρα. Με λένε Στάλο. Today's video was prompted by a question from one of my viewers. First, we will talk about when to use then and when to use min. However, the main reason for making this video is to show the tricky side of min, which is pretty interesting. So stick around. Number 1. Then and min or me are both particles. Particles are small words that have one syllable, are indeclinable, meaning they do not change, and have some function in grammar or syntax. For example, they help in forming tenses or moods, like subjunctive, imperative, and so on. Number 2, they both help in making a sentence negative. And number 3, they are both used with verbs. Let's look at some examples with then. Το σπίτι είναι μικρό. The house is small. Now let's make this sentence negative. Το σπίτι δεν είναι μικρό. The house is not small. Another example. Θέλω να κοιμηθώ. I want to sleep. Let's make this negative. Δεν θέλω να κοιμηθώ. I do not want to sleep. Μου αρέσει ο καφές. I like coffee. Δεν μου αρέσει ο καφές. I do not like coffee. Η Μόνικα θα φύγει. Monica will leave. Η Μόνικα δεν θα φύγει. Monica will not leave. So the rule is that in order to make a sentence negative, we use the particle then. But there are some cases where we cannot use then and we have to use min. Let's look at some examples with min. Έλα μαζί μας. Come with us. Here we have a command, so we use the imperative, έλα. Now let's make this sentence negative. Μην έρθεις μαζί μας. Do not come with us. So here we use min instead of then. Φέρε το γλυκό. Bring the dessert. Μην φέρεις το γλυκό. Do not bring the dessert. So when we want to make a command negative, we must use min, not then. Now look at this example. Προτιμώ να μείνω. I prefer to stay. Here we don't have a command, but we have the particle να. Let's make it negative. Προτιμώ να μην μείνω. I prefer not to stay. A similar example. Ας παίξουμε. Let's play. Here we have the particle as. And let's make it negative. Ας μην παίξουμε. Let's not play. So when we have να or as, we must also use min, not then. And now we come to the tricky part. Min is also a conjunction. It can introduce a subordinate clause and dependent clause. It's used after verbs that express fear, doubt, hesitation, and similar emotions. In this capacity, min has the same meaning as the word μήπως, and it can replace it. In English, the closest equivalent of min or μήπως is lest, even though this word is not commonly used in everyday language. Lest means for fear that, so that not, in case. Let's look at some examples. Φοβάμαι μην πέσω. I'm afraid lest I fall. I'm afraid that I may fall. I'm afraid in case I fall. This is the meaning of lest. And this is the same as φοβάμαι μήπως πέσω. Διστάζουν να πάνε μην αρρωστήσουν. They hesitate to go lest they get sick. meaning they hesitate to go for fear that they may get sick. Ανησυχώ μην χάσω το κλειδί. I worry lest I lose the key, meaning I worry for fear that I may lose the key. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Ευχαριστώ. Γεια σας.